Hello, everybody. Hi, everybody. Brandy Joy here. I am not on Facebook tonight because Facebook will not allow me to open the app. I've been trying for about almost 10 minutes now. So I'm just on YouTube this evening. And thank you so much for joining me, everyone. I'm going to read your cards. So if you haven't picked yet, please choose A, B, or C. Just take a deep breath, relax, and allow it to come to you, A, B, or C. And as you do that, I am going to pull cards and give you some advice for your week. So thanks for joining me. And if you know anyone that watches me on Facebook, let them know that Facebook's not working for me tonight. So you would have to go to YouTube to watch live. Okay, so let's pull some cards. I'm going to shuffle them up. This is the spring equinox this week. We also have a full moon on Wednesday. So both the equinox and the full moon this week. So if you're ready for new beginnings for the next year, this is a good time to do it because this next year starts at the spring equinox. That's actually when we're supposed to start the new year. It's not supposed to be in January. That was changed by some people in our history. The beginning of the zodiac is Aries. That's the child or the baby of the zodiac, the firstborn. And that actually happens this week, in the midweek. So, all right, everybody, pick A, B, or C if you're just joining. I hope you can hear me okay. Hello, hello. Oh, thank you. Yeah, so yeah, this is a fiery week as we enter Aries, new beginnings. It's a cardinal sign, has to do with new beginnings and initiating things and making changes and passion and drive and ambition. It's the first sign of the zodiac. So it's really about starting new things. So even though this is a full moon, right? After the full moon, you are now in the waning phase as you go to the new moon. But that's for the moon cycle. But we're talking about the full year right now. We're not talking about just this month, right? We're talking about the full year. So this week is the start of a new year. So just think about it. You can kind of start over if you messed up your beginning of your year and it didn't really feel like a beginning of the year because it really wasn't, then that would make sense for you to start it now. Come up with maybe some goals for the year and put some things into action. Start taking action because Aries is all about action, right? So thanks for joining me. If you have any friends that would like to join us and pick a card, let them know. I'm Brandy Joy of Brandy Joy TV and Vibe Courses. So I read cards, do astrology, and teach about soulmates and all that good stuff. And chakra clearing, that's my big thing. Tantra. All right, ready, everybody? All right, let's see. All right, A, you got the world. You got the world in your hands. Hello, everybody. So I'm using a new mic. So what do you think of the mic? Is it a little bit better in the quality? Okay, cool. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for joining. My Facebook is not working, so I'm just here this evening. So, all right, you ready, A's? You got the world. I'm feeling something right here. Ooh, 9 of Cups. And then I was feeling that one before too, the Fool. Okay. And you can probably see the table a little bit better, huh? All right, let's pull for B. You ready? That one right there. Ooh, 10 of Wands, B. You got something going on this week. All right. And then we have the 4 of Swords. And finally, 5 of Wands. All right, bees, y'all's week is a little like, okay, let's talk about that. All right, you ready for C? Okay, I'm feeling that one. 8 of Pentacles. Feeling one over here, Empress. And finally, for our C's, your last card is, yep, 7 of Swords. That one was strong. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at A. If you chose A, we've got the world. Okay, so the world is about new beginnings in terms of just big changes in life and destiny and your soul blueprint. So this card is saying that this week is an important week for you to make really great big changes in your life for this next year. So this spring equinox is really hitting you if you chose A. It's kind of like a new beginning for you this week. It really is, because you've got the final card of the major arcana. This is the final card of the fate cards, the destiny cards, the cards that have to do with your karmic like patterns in life, right? So this week, you are all about making changes for the better. Okay. And you can see that she has the victory wreath around her. And this is a card of changes because you've got the 4 fixed zodiac signs that are all in the air and the clouds. So it means that with the mental energy, everything changes. So, all right. If you chose A, you have some stuff going on for this next year, this week, that is really big in terms of you making some big changes karmically for your life. And we also have the 9 of Cups. So the 9 of Cups says, that you really need to buckle down a little bit and really pay attention to what's on the inside. Okay, so your passion, your drive is coming from the internal. And this is a good week for you to really tap into that because we have the cups are about emotion. The cups are about the passion, the soul's calling, the soul's urge, right? And so you have the 9 of Cups, which means you're almost there. It's like you've almost got it. You're working on something with your passion, this karmic wrap up that things are changing and stuff, and you're almost there on this new journey, but not yet. It's not a 10, it's a 9. It's right before it switches, right? So you're like right there. You're at the point if you chose A. And it's saying you need to open your heart chakra because this is also a card of a blocked heart chakra. Okay. So the changes that you need to make this week are going to really open up to you, and the karma will really unfold in the way that it's supposed to if you unblock that heart chakra. Okay. That blocked heart chakra. Because that passion, that understanding, that connection that you have inside where you get that information comes through that heart chakra, remember. Okay, so you also have the Fool if you chose A. So the Fool is on a new journey. So this next year is going to be very different from this past year for you. So you're on a whole new soul journey this year, and it is going to be different. It's going to be very different from last year, which is nice, right? This past year was very much about purging, and this year is about you starting this new journey and like really stepping into this new karmic cycle of your life. This next phase of new beginnings. Because the Fool is about the new beginnings, but it's in terms of stepping out into the unknown in a way that you have a new journey, but it's like a next phase, right? So it's not like you're necessarily moving to another side of the world, but it's like the next phase, right? So finally you're done with that one and you can move on to the next one this next year. So if you chose A, you have a lot of karmic switching happening right now. Like big changes are in store for you over this next year. So that's really the new beginning of it this week. You're like there, but you just need to unblock that heart chakra and really work on that connection, that soul connection. Okay. So we have B. I have a bunch of comments. Let's see. Yeah, you've been trying to channel. Awesome. Oh, cool. Okay. All right. So let's take a look at B. If you chose B, we have the 10 of Wands. So this is like an ending for you. Okay. So I was just talking to A's about the 9, right? But you're a 10. You have some stuff going on if you chose B. You're feeling a bit burdened by old habits. So it's like you want to be done with it, but you don't know how. And these habits are from you. They're from the internal. Okay. These are struggles that you've been dealing with. They could be habits. They could be a lifestyle, like maybe the way you eat. It could be the way you think. It could be so many things that are internal for you. And it's like the fire is going out there. It's like, okay, I've had enough of whatever it is that I'm doing right now. I need to really make some changes for the better. And you're feeling that. You're feeling like the weight of your shoulders, right? On your shoulders. You're feeling like a burden. You're feeling like, okay, I've carried these sticks long enough and it's time to put them down and make better changes for myself. This doesn't have to do with anybody else. This just has to do with you making your changes for the better and taking action that you need to take in order to do better, right, in your life, just in general, to make better decisions and to feel better, right? Because the wands are a fire card and they have a lot to do with that passion, that feeling, that action. And you can't really take action when you have all this burden. And that burden could be just like your own vices. That burden can be just your own issues. It could be negative self-talk, maybe from some negative programming. It could be maybe just a lifestyle change that you need to make. Maybe you're doing something out of habit and it's not good for you, right? So that 10 of Wands is telling you it's time to really put those sticks down and make a change this week. So this spring equinox is like going to be about you clearing some stuff, right? So if you chose B, it wants you to reflect. It's telling you the Four of Swords is about reflection, okay? And it's telling you need to meditate on this. You need to really get in touch with your inner self, your higher self, and to really listen to what you need to do. So put down those old sticks, those old vices, those old issues that you have, and you need to reflect on what it is you want to make this next year. What do you want this next year? Like if you go into the future in a year, what would you like to have accomplished? Who would you like to be at that point? Maybe write a letter to yourself from the future and pretend you're in the future and write a letter to yourself now and say, this is where I'm going to be. And do it in such a way that it's like, hey, so now I'm here. And so I would just want to tell you, everything's going to be okay as long as you do these things that you need to do to get there. It's a way of kind of setting up your goals to get there and then really manifesting it by really seeing yourself there. So try that out. It's kind of fun. Anyways, Four of Swords, reflection. It's also saying it's funny, you've got another wand, a burden wand card. Okay, so you have that 10 of Wands, which is about that burden, those sticks that you need to put down, those old habits and vices and things that are just holding you back. And then the 5 of Wands is also about that. It's about the tension of your actions. It's like you've created a lot of tension in your life. And this past year, you've known what you needed to change, but you haven't really taken all the necessary steps. You've started to, but it's not like you're there yet. You're still holding those sticks. And so it's saying there's a lot of tension. There's still a lot of anxiety or something that you're dealing with, stress, but it could change with a lifestyle change. Once you put down those sticks, you're going to feel a lot better. And so that tension will go away, but it's telling you you're causing it, all right? That's what I'm getting for B's. And if you have any questions, let me know. Let's look at C's. All right. Let's see if we have any questions. All right. Okay, cool. Let's take a look at C. If you chose C, we have the 8 of Pentacles, right? And the 8 of Pentacles is a card of practice. And so this is saying that, this week is about you building something. It's about you working on something and practicing something this week. So there's something that you want to build and you're not sure maybe yet. Maybe you are, but maybe you're not. Whatever it is, you know that you need to be working on it. So maybe you're in learning mode and you're practicing something. Maybe you're practicing some meditation. That would be good. So whatever it may be, though, you're in that mode of developing is what I'm getting. So if you chose C, you're in this developing mode and you're practicing and you're working and you're trying to focus. And so that's what this week is bringing you, is just like that focus and that drive and that just work, right? I'm getting a lot of work from my C's. And we've got the Empress for you. So it's telling you to really focus on your second house in astrology, right? And your second house has to do with your values, your self-esteem, and your self-love. So, this work and this dedication is really going to come through as long as you're nourishing your soul in terms of self-awareness and self-love and self-worth, and really just making sure that there's nothing in there pulling you down in negativity. There's no old programs that are just pulling you down and away from your work, that you see this thing that you need to work on. You see this thing that you want to manifest and you're working on it, right? But it's telling you to make sure that you're in self-love, okay? And because when we are not in self-love, when we doubt ourselves internally, it creates whatever's internal creates that external manifestation, right? So if you're feeling like a lack of self-love, a lack of self-worth or self-esteem, like you can't do it, then you're probably not going to actually manifest something big with this. It's just going to be one of those things where you're doing it and you're doing it, and eventually you're going to end up like a 10 of wands, right? Where it's like, all right, I'm done with it. But if you come into self-love and you come into self-worth and you feel good about it and confident about yourself internally, that is when you're going to be able to manifest something really good, right? And then we have the Seven of Swords. And the Seven of Swords is a card of the thief. Right? So it's telling you, yes, people have done wrong to you. People have pulled you down in the past. And people have taken away some of your self-value, your self-worth, your self-love. They've made you feel like you're not worthy, right? And those people, most of them I'm getting are gone at this point for most of you. Some of you might still have some people like that around. But, you need to just let go of those thieves. People that stole, they tried to steal part of your energy, take things from you, make you feel like you're not good enough. Let that go, right? Just move away from that and come into self-love. And you have to go through a healing process to do that, though. That's what we work on in the Vibe membership is we work on self-love, we work on the chakras, we work on the clearing and the cleansing, and make sure you're toning every day, doing some heart chakra toning and stuff. Because really the Seven of Swords is like, it's that feeling of like, somebody took something from you, right? So that's not a good feeling. It's like traumas in the past. So you've got to work on that self-love if you chose C. That's what's really going to help you manifest this work that you're doing, okay? Because you're doing something. You've got something going on. You've got to focus. But if you really want to make it, you've got to come into self-love first, all right? Fully and completely, like in love with yourself. Okay. So thanks so much for joining me, everybody. If you want to join our membership, we have a Vibe membership, and that's at vibecourses.com. And then I also have the Tarot Masterclass. We'll be going live tomorrow night, Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. So yeah, if you want to join us, just let me know. I'm Brandy Joy. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all in our social media this week. So bye for now, everybody.